Alright guys, welcome back to Mod and Pop Thrift. My name's Tom and we're here for sales. We've got Mizuno jackets, LL Bean jackets, Barbie boats, and Carhartt jackets. It's going crazy! Let's get into it. Alright, well sometimes you just gotta have fun with it. So I thought I'd try used car salesman. You can see my dirty dishes. I had to move the camera so you wouldn't see my dirty dishes. This is was the oldest item in my store, listed on Leap Day 2020, February 29th. So it was quickly approaching 2 years old in my store. I had it listed for like $17.99 plus shipping, and I gladly took an offer of $9, which I normally wouldn't take. But on an item that's been listed for 2 years, I might as well take whatever I can get. Skipbo sold for $12.99 free shipping. It'll go first class, and it is, I only paid 99 cents for it, and it was listed probably a month and a half. And the only thing about picking these up is it's like 125 cards or something, and you got to count the 125 cards. But good sale. These I picked up from a friend for I think $2 a box. They had just a ton of Christmas lights that they had elected not to use, but they'd held on to too long to return them. So she told me to make an offer. I didn't know what to expect, so I paid $2 a box for them. So I'm $6 into this order, and the buyer paid $58.80 plus free shipping, $58.80 free shipping. So that's like that's almost $20 a box. So the buyer's all in at $58.80 on those, free shipping to Texas, I think. This LL Bean jacket I picked up for $4.99 the other day. I was pretty excited about it. I do well with vintage made in the US LL Bean stuff, and this is like reverse Sherpa. It's smooth on the inside and then Sherpa-y on the outside. I thought this was really cool. It's not the kind of style of thing that I wear, but I almost wanted to keep it. It was a little snug on me. Sold for $22 plus shipping. Barbie boat I picked up for $2.78, which was kind of an odd price. Had it for probably 5 or 6 weeks, and it sold for $20, 20 something. Best offer, $19.99 free shipping. So I'm not gonna make a ton of money on that one. Evelyn wanted to keep it. Maybe I should have let her, because I didn't make much money. Carhartt. This is the time of year to sell coats, and Carhartt is always good, but it is becoming more popular. And so this kind of weird moss green color that is dingy, faded, is popular with the kids these days. $55 free shipping. I'm pretty sure I picked this up for $5 with a whole bunch of other clothes that I got for $5. Raiders, Oakland Raiders, much like the Chicago Bulls, are going to have a following, not because the team is good and people follow the team. They transcend their sport in a way that just makes the clothing pop culture thing. So Oakland Raiders, whether or not they're doing well in football, I have no idea. They're associated with early 90s rap culture, and they're a popular thing with cool looking clothes. That I've had listed since the middle of summer, and I kind of didn't expect it to sell quickly because it was the middle of summer when I picked it up. I paid $4.99 and it sold for $20 plus shipping. This is the oldest pair of silver tabs I've ever seen. It's missing the tag up here, but they're made in the US, and what's really unique about them is that they have this tag on the inside pocket that says silver tab. So I was excited to find that. I tend to buy acid wash jeans whenever I find it. This kind of speckled look is either stonewash or acid wash jeans, and they were popular in the late 80s and the early 90s, and they're coming back, and that is a good pickup. Those, I don't remember where I've got them. I've had them for a long time. They sold for $35, free shipping, and silver tabs, anything that says silver tabs on them are just going to be good. Silver tag Nike. This tag right here, being silver, dates this to late 90s, maybe early 2000s. This embroidered swoosh is really popular right now, and so this shirt is something I'm going to pick up, unless it's $7 or $8. I'm going to pick that up every time, and not necessarily because I'm going to make a fortune, but because it's going to sell quickly. $17.99 free shipping. I know I paid $2.48 for this one because I remember getting it, but I would pay more than that for that shirt just because the sell-through rate's so good on them that I can turn it quickly. Pebble Beach. I picked this vest up for $3. It's just a Pebble Beach vest, golf vest, and it didn't have, a lot of times these will have be part of some company outing, and it'll say Ameren or whatever company, it'll have a corporate logo. So that sold for $23.99 free shipping. Golf attire does reasonably well, and kind of all year. Old Penny's catalogs. This is the Christmas 1976. Now, I mean, most people aren't keeping catalogs from 40 years ago. So finding a 45-year-old catalog is not commonplace. But if you find 80s ones would do really well too. This one sold for $44.99, and it is not the only catalog that I have sold that I got that day. The other one was it was Montgomery Ward's. JCPenney's and Sears are going to do better. I was able to pick up 40 of these for $1 a piece, and I'm selling them for $8 free shipping. I wouldn't do it again. I've sold maybe 8 total, and I've had them for probably 6 months. I'm hoping Christmas will get them moving, but I'm really not making much money. But the multi-quantity listing makes them easy. I thought the Zelda I thought the Zelda tie-in would make a big difference on these, but they really aren't super profitable. I picked up these little mirror things, and they're probably the kind of thing I would have passed even earlier this summer. But I'm trying to branch into more antique-y stuff because it's out there and there's a lot of money to be made. So these are little mirror things. They look like French Provincial. And this one's missing a mirror, and then there's another one that's a mirror, and then there's 3 paintings, little just lithograph kind of paintings, and it was a set of 6, and they say made in Italy, and I was able to find a comp. I picked them up off the table and offered the lady $2 at the same sale where I got this, which also sold, and I picked it up for $2, and the Michael Jordan Space Jam complete in box thing, and some Ford Fairlane taillight parts, things that are gonna sell for good money. But these sold for $39.99 free shipping, and I got a couple bucks into them, and I was just dipping my toe in the water on something that doesn't really fit mid-century modern or pop culture for my mod and pop. But that one I picked up for a couple bucks, and it sold for $39.99. And this I picked up for a couple bucks, and it sold for $39.99. And it is fully made of copper.
Copper? You're kidding, right?
It's antique. The light, the lampshade just fits over the bulb. I've got this really low watt LED bulb in here, so it can be a bright lamp, and then it just clips on there like that. It's got this older fixture on it, and I disclosed, man, this wire is in bad shape. It is working, but it has to be changed. I put in it, if you're gonna use it, you have to change the wire, but I left the original wire in case you just want to display it as original. And I think it'll be a cool piece for somebody to display in a cabin of some sort. Just a cool little table lamp that I paid like $2 for, and another. So this $4 turned into $80 at that garage sale. Everybody's gonna be mad at me because this sold, and everybody thought Evelyn was totally adorable in this, and they're right. She's totally adorable in anything. But this Carhartt jacket was quite something. It has a massive stain on the back. I don't know how well that shows up under the light. It might wash out a little bit. Yeah, you can see it. It almost like a bleach stain on the back of it. I paid $7 for it. It sold for $19 plus shipping, but the buyer's all in at $30. This I paid $2 for. I was super excited when I got it. It's got that mid-90s Nike tag, and it's a women's. It's kind of slightly off-white, and I don't know if it's supposed to be off-white or if it's dingy, but so vintage Nike always sells. This sold for $29.99. I thought it might sell during the spring when I picked it up. It makes sense that a windbreaker would sell in the fall. Pendleton is always a name brand that I want to pick up. This I had forever, and I thought it was listed, and so I found it in a box, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not listed. So I looked it up. It wasn't listed. It was listed for about a week, and it sold for $39. And this has 2 moth holes in it, and they're not significant. They're pinholes, but they do make a difference in the, what somebody's willing to pay for it. It would probably been a $50 shirt. I listed it for $39, expecting to take a best offer, and it sold without having to take a best offer. So that's awesome. Florida State Seminoles. This is just a single stitch on the sleeve. It's double stitch in the bottom hem, but it's just a fairly generic Florida State t-shirt. Sold for $15 plus shipping. I didn't pay much for it. I don't remember where I got it. I got it recently. I've only had it a couple weeks, but I can't remember where I picked it up. This is nothing special, just a Harley Davidson. I think it's single stitch. On the back, it's Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is near and dear to me. I did a lot of my growing up in Louisiana. I buy bib overalls anytime that I find them reasonably priced. The thing you have to worry about bibs overalls is a lot of times, more often than any other kind of pants, you'll find them hemmed. These were not hemmed, but the factory hems on a lot of these bib overall things don't really look like. You could hem it and make it look just as good at home. With Levi's, you're not gonna match that hem look that Levi's have. Anyway, these are Liberty brand, made in Russia, and they're 34 by 30. So I mean, they're a good size. They're not vintage, made in the US or anything, but they sold for $32. The buyer's all in at $36, so they're probably free shipping, and they paid a lot in sales tax. Alien mask. I won't put this one on like I put but the listing picture, this picture, I'm wearing it, and then I just cropped all the edges out because I couldn't get it to lay in a way that made sense. So I just put it on my head and took a picture and then cropped myself out of the picture. I picked it up for $1. I don't remember where. I do remember specifically picking it up for $1 because I didn't want to pay more than that for it. I think this one's Paper Magic 2, like the Jason one from yesterday, and it sold for $15, free shipping, but it'll go in a poly mailer and ship for $5. So $1, I'll make $9, something like that. Not great money, but certainly worth doing. And then this will be the last thing. I've had this VCR listed since the middle of the summer, sometime, probably 9 weeks or so, and I had it with no remote. And it's not a great item. It's called Go Video. You went underwater as the princess? Say, hi, Mod and Pop Thrift. Go play Mario?
Yeah.
Okay, go play Mario.
Okay.
She likes to be when Caleb's playing video games, she likes to play as Peach on the Mario game, whatever she can find. And yeah, so that's what they're doing right there while I'm doing this. Anyway, this VCR, I picked it up for $5 and it didn't have a remote, and so I listed it for $50 and it didn't sell. And then I was looking in my death pile and I had the remote. I didn't buy it with this. I bought the remote loose somewhere else. And but it happened to be the right remote, and I tested it and it worked. And so I just added the remote without adding any cost to the product because it wasn't selling at that price. Maybe the remote would bump it up, and it did. And so I got $49 plus shipping for this DVD VCR combo. And that's going to be it for what sold over the weekend. Pretty good weekend, especially considering sales had really died off right at the end of third quarter. And I was, not worried, but I was twiddling my thumbs thinking, man, we got to get some sales. And so I've had a couple of days in a row, again, that were $200. I like to string a bunch of $200 a day. I like to sell $200 a day in product. That's kind of I don't have a goal. I like to be above $31 in average sell per item, and I like to have more than $200 in sales a day. And if I don't do that, then I evaluate my performance. So I guess it is a goal. It's just not formalized on paper or something. You want to be Peach?
Yeah.
Do you want to say? There's Evelyn. Say hi, Evelyn.
Hi.
Can you see yourself? There she is.
I want to see.
Okay, go be Peach. Oh, now I got to do the heavy lifting.
Hi.
Say bye.
Bye.
So, digging through my death pile, sold that DVD combo, and that's cool. I'm excited about that. Do me a favor, hit the like button on your way out, leave a comment or a question, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I appreciate you all so much, and we'll see you on the next one.